Hi everybody, how you doing? Today I got a game changer for you for the Panasonic FC300 and mainly all the bridge cameras, the newer bridge cameras for the Panasonic line. I had a brother that passed away, and that's why I took off a month to get all that taken care of. And I came back and I was out in the field, and I've used this eye dynamic a couple of times, but I really got into it this time. It's more like an eye dynamic range helper. Yeah, it brings your shadows up, but yet tones the highlights. It's really a game changer. And I got a video showing you the real results from using. You can use this in program mode, shutter priority mode, aperture priority mode, and manual. But you cannot use this in AI or AI plus mode. So what I have is a comparison with shooting the light exposure in the middle and shooting both these program and AI plus in the same, whatever the camera chooses for the AI plus and what I set up for the program mode, which basically is what the camera is going to do. I shot these both at the same basic settings, or let the camera choose the settings. The only difference between the AI Plus and the program mode is my ISO, the maximum ISO I can go to is 200. I try to keep it low so it's clean. Now the AI Plus, it may take the ISO up to 400 or so. I don't think it'll go any further than that because these are pretty good bright photos. But you're going to see a huge difference in focusing, where it chooses to focus, where I choose to focus. And I'm going to have this little skit of a video to show you what I found. A game changer for all you JPEG users. So here we go. Let's start the video. Hi everybody, how you doing? Well, today's video is going to be about AI Plus versus P mode with eye dynamic range set to high. And you're just going to see a huge difference in what this eye dynamic range will do for your camera. This is on chapter 1, page 3. This is how you get to it. And then when you click on that, it'll show this. It'll show auto, high, standard, low, and off. I have tried the low, and I don't see much of a difference at all. Same with auto, not much of a difference. When I got to standard, it got a little better, but when I put it on high, that's what I like the most. You guys have the opportunity to check all these out, okay? But I'm going to show you these photos with it on high, okay? And the first photo I'm going to have is this one right here. Now, these photos were all shot in just out of camera. No processing whatsoever. Here we go. Now, this photo here is of the AI Plus. And before I start, I want to fill you in on where I set the settings at. AI Plus is set in auto. Program mode is also set in auto, but it has the eye dynamic range set at high. So I can show you a truly difference in how these photos are going to look after you're done. And these will be for the JPEG users mainly. I don't know if this really has an effect on the RAW or not. I don't think so. I haven't tried it. This one here is set. This is the AI Plus. And pay attention to over here, the shadows over here, and of course over here. And now I'm going to show you program mode, photo shot. Now, what a difference. You also notice here, the highlights have been, how would you say, balanced. The shadows have been balanced out along the edges here, and so forth. The only difference that between the AI Plus and the program mode is I get to choose my focus point. Okay, here we go. And I want to show you the difference. This is AI Plus, and this is program mode. Now I set my focus point right here. I noticed that the AI Plus was mainly like right here and maybe a little bit over here. It had a few blocks here and here, what I remember of it. All right, let's move on to the next picture. This one will also be AI Plus. And I know for a fact that this was far away. This was at the maximum 600 millimeter focal length. And the camera did focus on this limb, but it did it like over here and maybe a little bit here. And unfortunately, I didn't get both photos exactly aligned. And but I wanted you to show you, here are some of the highlights that this is AI Plus that you see from AI Plus, okay? And also pay attention right here underneath in the next photo, because I'm going to show you how the program mode with eye dynamic set in a high position will do for you. I focused right here. And you could see that there are some parts that are, you can actually see under the branch. And these look much better as far as a nice, good look. So this is program mode, AI Plus mode. Program mode, AI Plus mode. Okay, moving on to the next photo. This is also a AI Plus mode shot. Pay attention to the shadows and some of the highlights. And here is the program mode. What a difference, huh? AI Plus. This is the program mode with eye dynamic engaged. It's just truly a big difference. You could see the shadows were engaged. This here was better. These are got some like very little bit of highlights in it. And when you switch to here, it balances them out. Not all of them, but most of them. All right, let's go on to the next photo. This was shot during the middle of the day. And as you can see, it's done a fairly good job, truly, of this photo here, the AI Plus. Now we're going to move it to program mode with eye dynamic. See the difference? AI Plus, program mode. It looks more even. The shadows are balanced. The highlights are balanced. And on to the next. Now this is AI Plus. And I want you to pay attention to the sides here. The shadows. Shadows over here. And also, as you can see, the deck is, it's kind of blown out, but only because I had it set in the center. I could have reduced it, but I didn't because I wanted both to be shot at the same light exposure. So pay attention to the highlights, shadows, and shadows. That is program mode. What a difference. It even toned the highlights down on the deck. You can see this. It also brought the shadows up here and over here. Gave it an overall beautiful, balanced picture. So let's go back. This is AI Plus. And this is program mode. Now you're probably wondering why it's different here on the AI Plus versus the program mode. Well, it was windy that day. And the leaves were blowing around, and that's why you get a little difference in the photograph. Plus, I had stepped. If I remember right, some people came across the bridge, and I had to step back a little bit, so I wasn't in the same position that I shot each picture with. So it's an amazing change of perspective between the AI Plus and the program mode. So I hope this shows you just how amazing the eye dynamic in the high position. But I want you to try all the positions and see, everybody has their own unique way of looking at pictures and what their beauty is different than other beauties. So I hope this helps. Now remember, it was shot in program mode right here, and just the AI Plus but you have to go into the camera to get the plus, or just the standard AI mode. And the difference I see is there's less features on the AI than the AI plus. And I'm sure you will notice the difference in all your photos. AI plus, program. That's it. That's my gift to you. And I hope it helps you shoot better pictures. Now remember, you may think that this picture isn't like that sharp, and it did. It focused here, and I think over here somewhere. With the when you have an AI plus, remember the camera's going to choose the focus point. I focused right here with the program mode, and you can see there's a substantial difference. It just looks sharper. I'm not sure exactly why, but it does. So if you guys are looking to find that good focal point, I have a video on it, and also I'm going to make another video of it, because I've had people mention to me that the screen was hard to see on the first one. So I will be redoing this, the best focus point again for you guys. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a beautiful day and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, here's the bonus round. Every time I go out shooting with my camera, I now keep the viewfinder in 1 minute sleep. And I also keep the camera in 1 minute sleep. Because there's many times when I'm walking around and I'm not using my camera. Every time you leave that go extended and you're not using it, it's expending energy all the time. So what I've done to make my batteries last all day, shooting photos. Now shooting videos, that's a whole different story. You're going to have to adjust that to what you know, whether you have never, because while you're shooting the videos, well, it won't shut off as long as you're shooting the videos. But this is for photography, and my batteries have now lasted all day. I carry my camera because it's light, and truly to get the moment or the right shot, you're going to need it in your hand. That's why I don't carry around my neck, because then I got to reach up and take the shot, where here it's just, you know, right now, boom. I don't know, I guess it's the same. Anyway, by doing this, you will extend your battery much, much longer than you would if you just let it run for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the sleep modes. Because all you have to do is touch that shutter button and it's instantly on, ready to shoot at a moment's notice. So that's my bonus round. Take it to heart. Try it out, and you'll be amazed at just how much longer your battery truly lasts. Thanks, everybody. So what'd you think? Huge difference. I think it's a huge difference, because getting more dynamic range out of a camera is tough, and especially in JPEG. And you know, I ran these program mode with iDynamic and just AI Plus, which unfortunately cannot. It does the iDynamic automatically for you. There's such a big difference. You have so much more creativity with the P mode than you will ever have with the AI Plus or the AI modes in these cameras. And I want you to get out there and explore the camera a little bit. That's how you get creative. You know, God gives you the tools. You just have to use them. That's what he does. And yeah, it's true. This camera, you know, isn't the Rolls Royce or the Lamborghini or the Ferrari. But as you can see, I've got some magnificent pictures out of this camera. Once you master the camera, you can get super great photos out of it. And I'm going to give you all that knowledge. This year, I will tell you everything that I do so that you can do too. So you don't have to go through that long process. You know, this is my 3rd year of running with this camera, and I still learning a little bit more about it. I know what its capabilities are. And once you find that out, then you can work the camera a lot better. So the show is, you know, what you can get out of it in program mode versus AI plus mode. And there's a huge difference. Now, you raw guys, it pretty much doesn't even apply to you. But this is for these JPEG users, which me included, because I shoot both. I got a great message for you. And you are my family of light. All of you on this channel. Because that's what I shoot in, is God's light. So I can bring beautiful pictures to you about the planet, how important the animals are, the insects, the flowers, everything is so important to this planet. So please subscribe, like, and share, and have a gorgeous and beautiful day. And get out there and start using that camera in P mode. And let the camera choose for you. Just put it in P mode and let the camera choose for you. But move that eye dynamic to high. And of course, if you want to adjust your light exposure, you just turn it down a little bit or bring it up to where you want it. Okay? Now, usually when I'm in the forest, I will take it 1/3 stop down from the middle. Sometimes two, it just depends. If I go in during noonish, I have to do, 2 or 3 stops sometimes. But you still gain the shadows and keep a lid on those highlights by going with eye dynamic in the high setting. So enjoy the video. Thanks everybody, and have a beautiful day.